grab every single bag, every single thing of clothes, every single box of mine, and I had to carry it from a basement by myself to my dad's vehicle, and then from my dad's vehicle from a distance into his condo. And I did most of everything by myself. Even that 55-inch TV, I had to take the legs out by itself and put it in that box by myself, and haul it halfway out of my roommate's house by myself. Here's my piss jar for the night. And I still gotta go through everything and store stuff in storage upstairs in the bathroom, because I can't keep everything down here. And I had to take 3 trips yesterday. One trip from Fox Lake to Round Lake, then back to Fox Lake, then to Round Lake, then back to Fox Lake, then to Round Lake, then back to Fox Lake to pick up everything. And I'm sleeping on a futon with my memory foam. And I had to vacuum this on both sides yesterday on top of going swimming. Then I had all these bags lined up on this futon bed, and I had to take them all off and set them on the floor. Vacuum this on both sides outside. Then bring it in and sit it on here. Then my dad was bitching and complaining because there was a scratch on his stainless steel freezer, his new one. And he's like, I didn't do it. And I was like, I didn't do it either. And I was like, how the fuck did cardboard scratch a stainless steel? And he's like, I don't know, but you did it. Not me, because I didn't do it. You need to watch what you're doing. And stuff like that was going on. And then he's like, you need to ziplock it all these so you don't get spiders in my place from your roommate's place. So he helped me a little bit, and I had to ziplock it all those and stack them up over there. And yesterday, I was telling him, I was like, I'm physically tired. I'm exhausted. I did all this work today. Most of it hauling boxes full of canned goods and metal fucking cans of food stacked in big fucking boxes, lifting them up on the floor so he can go through it one by one and put it away, and carrying it out of a basement and to a vehicle, and then from the vehicle into another building. Yesterday I felt like if I kept going and he kept forcing me to go and fucking start going through all my stuff and putting it in the dresser, yesterday I felt like I was gonna pass the fuck out. Like I was gonna just fucking faint and fucking go head first into the carpet. I could barely open up both my eyes. And then my roommate, when we were tying my bed to the top of his vehicle, he said to me last year when I lived upstairs, he's like, you can have this bed. This bed's yours. It's part of your first month rent. And then he calls the police, and the police show up when we're tying it to the top of the bed, or the bed to the top of my dad's car, when he took his antenna off, that screws off. And we're tying it to the top of his car, and the police show up, and they're saying, well, he says that's his bed, so we had to put the bed back in there. And then he shows up on our third trip back to the house. My sister still has stuff in storage. She's just leaving it, I guess. And then this Angelica Boland chick has stuff in storage. So if he throws away her mail, I don't know if that's a federal offense at all. My roommate Mike, that lives at 728 North Lakeview Drive. He also works for Chevy Company and owns his own business and has 5 Mitsubishis, cars and Jeeps and trucks, and he has a truck And he has like 5 Mitsubishi cars. He's got 5 to 6 snowmobiles. He just sold his condo up north. His house, big ass mansion house condo, because taxes went up. And now he's planning on selling his place in Round Lake and moving in with his Russian girlfriend that has like 5 cars and a big garage. He already moved his cat and dog into his Russian girlfriend's place. And when I confronted him when he stopped by, and he's like, "Is that everything?" And I was like, "Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure it's everything." Um, um, I couldn't told my dad to turn around when we were leaving the third time, and my roommate Mike showed up, and I was like, you know that I thought you said I could have that bed, and he's like, no, that's my bed. And I said, do you know that there's a bunch of blood all over it that you can even see from that Angelica chick that came over? And I was like, did you know there's a lot of vagina blood all over that bed? And he's like, yeah. He puts a big ass grinning smile on his face and says, I'll dispose of it. Mike, the owner of 728 North Lakeview Drive, that everyone calls the Mitsubishi guy because he has a bunch of Mitsubishi cars. And he thought it was funny to convict somebody that was court ordered into his house, and then have I was court ordered by the state of Michigan to live there in a safe environment for being special needs disabled. And he thought it was funny to fucking damn jit me on a bed that I paid for my first month of rent. And he told me I could have. At the same time, when before that Angelica girl's Mexican Latino that slept with me at his house, he was sleeping with a girl at a bar last year summertime that would sleep around with a bunch of other guys and giving her a bunch of money to help her out that had a kid. And I could hear it because I was upstairs in the bedroom and I could hear them banging and having sex like crazy. Then he gets all pissed off because I bring this Angelica chick over and she likes to go party out with other guys late at night. And he's saying the neighbors are complaining and bitching, and he doesn't want her over there. But then he gets involved with a Russian girl now and brings her over occasionally. And this Russian girl's got like 5 cars, and he's got like 5 cars and a truck, and he's got 3 car garage. That's okay because he can't get my Microsoft Google Business account because his all-in-one PC that was absolute shit shoved into his closet that he let me use had black mold on it and had green moss and had cobwebs and bugs and insects grow all over it, that I stuck it in the dishwasher 3 times since he wants to keep my bed that he offered to give me. Because the judge actually told me, and they're like, do you want to stay there? Is it safe? Yeah, it was safe until I had to wash my clothes by hand for fucking 5 months when the washer broke down and there was no replacement. And then I got something in the mail saying that Social Security doesn't have an address, is not paying me. So today I gotta go pick up 3 boxes at my roommate's house that my cousin Ashley's dropping off, that my mom sent to her. I don't know when. I don't have cell phone service set up yet. has ADHD, schizophrenic, bipolar, learning disability, have hard time reading, hard time spelling, disabled, special needs. And I'm to the point where I'm just trying to live the best I can, suck it up, deal with as much stress as I can. And then when it comes to the point where I can't take it anymore, I'm just going to sacrifice everything I own, everything my mom ever bought from me for every single Christmas, all my clothes, all my belongings, everything I own. I'm just going to sacrifice it. And then when I have to be on the streets as special needs, because the government's not helping and family's not helping anymore, and it gets to that point, and if I still don't have cell phone service to do the proper things and Google search and use GPS to find food pantries, find resorts, find shelters that don't require approval over time, or a church or a place to sleep at night, or a place to get some food, and I'm on my own with all these disabilities on the streets and sacrificing all my stuff, I'm gonna rob a motherfucking store. I'm gonna go into a store and I'm gonna steal fucking food and I'm gonna eat it, walking out, and not give a fucking shit. Because I don't know where the paperwork is stating that I need it to fucking do some address thing. I'm not my own payee. I haven't had a guardian for a year and a half. The fucking state hasn't got me a state appointed guardian when I asked at Social Security. They have things on pre-recording for insurance purposes. The government's not helping fucking at all. My sister keeps saying she's calling them. They haven't paid me my disability Social Security this month, and we're already a few days until the next month, and they're gonna owe me back pay for fucking 2 fucking disability Social Security checks of $474. And my dad's already talking about $350 for this place, $35 for 4 months ago for Pop's weed or so. Friends of ours, plus $20 in gas for taking me to pick up all this stuff. And I tried to tell Dad 300. I was like, because when I lived at Mike's place, I had my own room and kitchen and privacy and area for $400 a month, and he's charging me $350 for this. And he said he's gonna set up some kind of Asian wall thing, paper wall, for some privacy. Because this is where I get changed and naked too, in front of the kitchen. And you know, it's not my fault. I'll make sure that the fucking damn stores that I fucking rob for food, because I'm not gonna fucking hold up a store for fucking money. Because then they're gonna, if you get caught and you steal money from a fucking store, and they're like, well, why didn't you steal the food if you were hungry, right? So that's what I'm gonna do as a special needs, is I'm gonna steal the fucking food from a fucking store, and I don't give a fuck, and if they try to stop me, I'm gonna attack them as self-defense. And I'm gonna steal as much food as I want, whatever I can cook on a fire outside or fucking eat right away. Because I'm done with this fucking United States of America, USA government and shit. If they own fucking corporate owned stores, big fucking brand stores, and I'll just steal the fucking food from them, since I don't have food stamps, I don't have bridge card, I don't have fucking my medical cards yet for a year and a half. My guardian, I don't have a state appointed guardian for a year and a half, and I used to be my own guardian, and I used to be my own payee. I don't have direct deposit set up. My sister's my fucking damn payee. She lives 4 hours away. Now she's moving somewhere that she's at least an hour away from me. This is absolute bullshit. My legs are still kind of hurting and sore. I pushed myself past the limit yesterday. I had sweat pouring down my face from each trip. It was very hot out. And I'm just leaving a statement in case like I get overworked one time and I pass out and my dad thinks I'm just playing a game and no medical attention's called right away. If this ends up happening one day, to leave this statement on this YouTube account that if I'm no longer around, I did my best. Man, that was a lot of fucking work hauling all that shit everywhere. Because I don't have any cell phone service because I have to use Wi-Fi, then I have to use the Text Now app on one phone, then I gotta call this number, then I gotta talk to some operator lady, then I gotta ask her about some codes and then how I do these codes, and then look at this fucking damn picture my mom sent me and of these calling card codes, and then read her these calling card codes, and then I don't know if she wants me to pop out my SIM card again and read that. I might still have it written down on a text I sent my mom, so I could write it down on a piece of paper. Just had to find a piece of paper and pen and write down that code for the SIM card, write down the calling card codes, pictures my mom gave me, then fucking deal with the operator. If she's like, oh, well, I need this certain payment, I need that certain payment, I'm gonna be like, well, fine, I won't have fucking cell phone service. I don't give a fuck. My mom said spent $135 for nothing. I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm done. I'm not doing this shit anymore. Fuck you. Goodbye. I don't have the money. Is what I'm gonna say when I call the fucking woman to deal with that shit to try to set up the cell phone service. When she could have got Mint Mobile by Ryan Reynolds and got a free SIM card and didn't have to pay fucking $9 for a SIM card and only paid $15 for the first month of service. Instead of spending $135 on calling cards plus nine something dollars on uh on on a SIM card plus hundreds on fucking food and other things on a box, 3 boxes and gift cards and stuff.